Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Black Clover review. We are back. Enough time has passed, and Tabata's off of his break to where we're here reviewing Lord, I almost said One Piece. That shows you how much me and Jazz be reviewing One Piece. Black Clover chapter 349. We will also discuss 348. 340. Well, basically, from where we last discussed, which was like what, 344?
Yeah, 344 around.
So basically, we're discussing from the last thing we discussed, which I remember was we just found out about Yami's backstory, and they were just getting into the training of the new fighting style. So with that, let me introduce my co-host, Mr. Jazz. Jazz, how you doing, brother?
Man, what's up? What's up? I'm glad to talk about some Black Clover, man.
Yes, sir. It's been a minute, and the exciting thing with this is, which is different from our One Piece reviews, this we don't have to go by the chapter. This we can talk just mainly big ideas since we review this as the chapters drop, like as we collect a bunch. And one of the main things that I wanted to ask you about is this new power system. How do you feel about it? Shout out to our guy Tyler in the Discord. He was like, Tabata really does a good job of just taking other people's things, molding them into his own, and then just saying, yeah, to Black Clover. And when he said that, I was like, oh, I don't do that to Tabata T. But then when I realized what's this thing called? Zenin? Or
I read it as Zetin.
Hold on, let me find it. I think you're right. I think it is Zetin. It's definitely not Zenin. It's Z-E-T or T-E-T-T-E-N or whatever. Fucking however you fucking spell it. I'm trying to find it in chapter 348 because here we go. Zetin. Z-E-T-T-E-N. Yeah, Zetin. So
Zetin?
What do you think this Zetin is? Is this like, I view it like armament hockey.
See, that's what I was thinking too, because when we have the chapter where we're first introduced to it, it kind of mirrors the same thing that old man Hyogoro taught Luffy, like the internal damage, and it seems like you could do that. But this one, like kind of like Tyler said, like how you could tell like Tabata took inspiration from that and kind of molded it into his own thing, because this seems like this is more of like an application, but like to the body instead of like an outward thing.
So because on the not to cut you off, just to add to what you're saying, on the Black Clover wiki, it says Zetin is an advanced key manipulation technique. The technique means sky severing, comes from the creator's legendary feat for splitting the sky with this technique. So basically, the description is by precisely manipulating their ki, the user builds up magic power within their own body, concentrated into their arm, and subsequently, the user swiftly swings their arm down, releasing the magic in a vertical slash. The strength of the slash is determined by the amount of magic and speeds. There are different ways of using Zetin. For example, some people split their power between 2 strikes each, 50-50, while others use 5 strikes, 20% each. The spell can be replicated with anti-magic. So basically, Asta uses his anti-magic. So it's really like Fajin, where they store up like they store up magic based upon like either dodging, getting hit, or just in general, and then they release it all at once, and it boosts their magic attacks. Essentially,
it seems like kind of
it's like Fajin and hockey combined.
Yeah, a little bit. I kind of like that, because it kind of makes more sense. Like it makes Yami's attacks make a little more sense.
A lot more sense. Yeah, it shows why Yami's so strong.
It's like, damn, he literally split a dimension in half. I'm like, how's he doing that? Like,
and then when you look at it, like, watch, I'm gonna pull this picture. When you look at it, I like how when he's standing, like all the little black Zetin key things. That's why I say it looks like hockey, because like all the little black Zetin things are like storing up, building up, and it's like, damn, this shit looks like when Roger and Whitebeard are doing like hockey attacks and they fucking come out. Look, like right here when he's just striking on them. All them, I know you see them black lightning bolts coming off him.
it also kind of reminds me of like spiritual pressure too, because like they can draw, because like it seems like they can draw ki from anywhere. Like, just kind of how magic is. Yeah. So maybe like, because Asta's more in tune to ki than he is to magic. So maybe it's easier for him to draw in like this be more like, that's probably how he learned it so fast anyway, because he's been training his ki for like 5 years.
Since since basically he fought that dude in Patry's gang, the big brute nigga. I can't think of his, like Vesta or whatever the big brute nigga was.
In the underwater temple. Yeah. I remember what you talking about.
He's been doing key since then. Yami was like, you better pick it up now or you're gonna lose.
That's facts. Hey, look, if he didn't have key, Asta would have been way worse off.
Exactly. Facts. Like he would have been screwed. So, but okay, so cool. How do you feel about Zetten as a power? I like it in this situation because our main character doesn't have hockey. I mean, Lord Hockey. Our main character doesn't have magic, so he has to be strong in something. It's almost like how when we viewed Luffy's Devil Fruit is weak, and he had to be strong at hockey, but then it just turns out his Devil Fruit's strong. Same thing with Asta. Anti-magic isn't the strongest magic, but it is the strongest magic. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because he has to be able, because say in an instance like he can't use Devil Union, or he can't use like Leeb or something. Like he
gotta have something.
He gotta have that to at least like stand a chance. Because it seems like, because like obviously anti-magic is like the antithesis to everything, but
yeah,
like, if he
the
loses
ultimate power,
he gonna need something to defend himself until he could probably use Devil Union again. So this is good. Like it's training like his, like how he was doing before he even got the anti-magic. Like basically like the things he can do with.
100%.
I like it.
100%. Also, something we got to talk about. I like how it's happened that Yami's not basically Itachi. I love how he switched it, and he basically made it to where the dad was an abusive dad, forced Chika to take some drugs, and on those drugs, she killed the whole clan, and Yami stopped her from, like Yami stopped her, but it was too late. That's hard.
It's a perk 10. I just popped a perk 10. But yeah, man, it's always 30.
I just popped that perk 30.
It's always good to see. It's always good to see mangaka beating the Kishimoto allegations, man. Because I'm gonna say it, and I don't mean the ill will by it, but you Naruto fans need to chill out, bro. Like, not everything a copy of Naruto. Even Naruto's a copy of some stuff. But
yeah, no facts.
That's topic for another day. But
Parapika.
But it's I'm so glad it wasn't that. It also seems like maybe the introduction of the new Shogun maybe like derailed Yami's clan from like fighting in wars. So like he came in and he was like kind of like a peacemaker. He wasn't like a warmonger. So
and the dad was like, fuck that, we fight, nigga.
So that's messed up though.
And the dad was like, I gotta test my drugs. Like that's the thing. He was was he a scientist, or was it just like, I'm a warmonger?
I think he was I hate to keep relating it to One Piece, but I think he was more so like a Horty Jones. Like I think
he just had it and just took it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Crazy though. I want to know more about Yami and like all of this now. Like I'm ready for Austin to go back and meet Yami and ask him about it. Like that's gonna be lit. Also, we got to figure out how we got there. Is this a different dimension? Like, are they traveling through dimensions, or is this really like a country over? Because like I know Asta teleported there, but it would make sense more if it was a different dimension, because when Yami woke up, he didn't know how to get back either. It's not like they know how they can go to the Spade Kingdom.
It's not like they just have like boats or I mean they do have boats and stuff, but it's not like they could just like take a boat there.
Yeah, and like where is it in relation to the Clover Kingdom? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, if he does this right, I feel like it could build the world. But my thing is like, is this the only place outside of the Clover Kingdom?
That's what I'm like too.
Because like it can't be. Because like if you're gonna have like because I mean I know Black Clover is a Japanese manga, so they're gonna have their iteration of Japan, obviously.
You thinking is there an iteration of America too?
Well, like Britain,
something like that.
Yeah, like stuff like that. If like it's in a whole nother dimension, because they call magic a different thing over there too. So
they do.
It seems like the core power system is the same. It's just they have different names for it and different applications.
And what I'm wondering is like the Clover Kingdom and all of this surrounding kingdoms, like this dimension's main, and then like they have the Japan one and the surrounding ones around it. Like that's what I'm thinking. And if that's the case, I wonder, are other kingdoms going to go to war with the Japan, and are we going to go help them? Like, is that how we continue the story, or is it ending with Lucius? That's what I want to know.
I feel like maybe it ends with Lucius, because I feel
It
like
probably will.
I feel like he's like the big
big bad, and
you know what I'm saying?
And like Tabata saved the Japan stuff for the end, like purposely for this ending. How do you feel about the Ryukin, the different members who are fighting this dragon right now?
They're so cool, man. But I
feel like they're underused.
They're so cool. But my only problem with groups in anime is that, like, I know it ain't gonna last long.
Especially when you introduce it at the end.
Yeah, because they're all cool, especially the dude that had the giant wooden Buddha. I liked him.
Yeah, I liked all of them. Like, I'm trying to pull up the picture right now of them, because it's in chapter 347 is where we see the backstory of Ichika, and we see her with her devil union looking fucking badass in her samurai getup. Yeah, I think it's in 346 where we see them all fighting the dragon. Yeah, it is. Okay, so in 346 we see all of them just like getting ready to attack, and like you said, they are so badass, man.
They're so fire. I love them all.
Like, I'm looking at the like you said, the Buddha one with the necklace around him. He's a badass. The girl with the scroll is a badass. The one who uses lightning, or not lightning, fire, like looking like a demon fire lord. He's a badass too, man. Like, they are all killers, and I'm excited to see the one who trained Asta, see what he can do. And I wonder if that's Yami's rival.
Man, I hope so. Also, I find it very interesting that these people have scrolls and not grimoires.
No, I agree.
It's probably just an artistic choice, because,
and I guess that's like their things, their sorcery thing, you know, like during samurai times they pull out a thing, and I'm assuming that the Clover Kingdom more represents like Europe, and that's their, you know, book instead of scroll type situation. So
I need some nigga to pull out a smartphone, get some magic out of the smartphone.
Hey, if there's an America, you know that's how they do it. But yeah, Musho Gatake. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm just calling Musho. Yo, I want to see what Musho could do, because he looks like a fusion of Yami in the Shogun. Like, that nigga looked like he could ball, but I don't know if we're gonna see him fight anything.
I think he probably just gonna leave it up to
wait, actually, he might fight the dragon. Yeah,
I thought he was fighting the bogeyman dude, the dude who was with the beast magic.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think he gonna fight the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I think once he takes out that dude, I think he's gonna try to take out the dragon as well. So I'm thinking that's what we'll see next chapter. But Sister Lily, I love how Asta tapped into, like, she's still there, and she was like, I don't want to kill you, Asta. No shit, Sister Lily. Lucius is just a bad nigga.
Yeah, that's facts. I feel so bad for Sister Lily. She was literally just minding her own business. Lucius was like, yeah, you. Like, that's crazy, man. That's so crazy, man.
Do you like this Lucius Julius villain?
So at first, I wasn't like, I was on board, but like I wasn't on board.
Same.
Because I feel like we just got done with like a super like bad dude with Lucifero. But then after rereading, I went back, and like, it's a very subtle detail, but like, if you see the clock,
he foreshadowed it the whole time.
Yeah, like most of the time in the battle with Lucifero, like the clock doesn't
stopped.
Move.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted him to beat Lucifero. So it's like the whole time you thinking that's supposed to be the final dude.
He really shows that Lucius was on his eyes and shit. Like, you can go back to even like earlier arcs. He stopped time to let Asta and Yuno beat him so they could get strong. Apparently, what I'm gathering is Asta and Yuno weren't supposed to be this strong this fast. Like, Lucius did this to strengthen them up.
No, they were not supposed to.
Yeah, like all that time stopping, he did all of that so he could enact his plan on some eyes and shit. They just need to pull off when we get back to the Clover Kingdom. We can't just have the knights beat him super fast. It's got to be like, oh no, this nigga planned this for a while.
Yeah, they got to be laid out. Like,
yeah, it can't be like, oh, now Asta comes back and then boom, all the knights start winning again, like classic Black Clover shit.
Nah, it can't be that. Also,
like they got to release Dante and them too, because they are locked up with I forget that nigga name, but He all bandaged up, but he alive. The scientist?
Yeah. I am losing his name right now. Hold on.
It's like Mel. It's like Gordon. No. It's
not Gordon. It's
no Gordon's the odd nigga. I can't think of his name though.
No, he's a scientist with the healing magic, right?
Yeah. With the devils. Scientist Black Clover.
Is it Beelzebub? No,
I think that's the demon. It's like Morgan or who's the scientist? Not Sally. It's the other one. It's the one Sally works for. I'm gonna find it. Black Clover Devils. Let's see. Oh yes, Morris. So yeah, Morris is still alive, and I think they're gonna have to end up fighting him and all the different the Black Triad again.
That's crazy.
But devil forms.
They're gonna come back strong.
And I'm, or if not devil forms, he's gonna turn them all into paladins, which like is the strongest magic.
That's even worse.
Yeah,
that's even worse.
So I'm excited for that.
Man, that's gonna be crazy.
Anything else you got on this? Because right now I'm digging it. It's just these have been short chapters.
So like the one thing I really enjoyed that because I'll be on Twitter a little more than I probably should. But one thing I really enjoyed that Twitter didn't seem to like was Asta kind of realizing, or like when he was like in the face of Sister Lily after he came back from his like, training. Yeah, about like his fear of like not becoming the Wizard King and not like being strong enough and all this other stuff. The way that Asta is like become is definitely like the perseverance of hard work. Like if anybody's hard work is definitely Asta. Like yeah, he got anti-magic, but you got to think about it. Like people were like, oh, like what does Asta mean by he's not talented? He has anti-magic and all this stuff. Like you got to think about it.
He can't just shoot that out. Like he has to have a sword. Like he had to get strong. Like there's a lot going into
use the sword. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
facts.
And the only reason he could use anti-magic is because he has no magic. And obviously, like if you were in a situation like that, like this is probably not a great comparison, but this is the only one I could think of. Like imagine if Naruto was like the opposite of what he was. Like he had no chakra.
Oh, you could use Deku.
Nothing.
Because Deku had to work out super hard to take the all for one in. I mean the one for all in.
Actually, that's a way better now.
The only difference is you could say Deku kept working out, which he did, but Asta had to work what it seems like, at least Tabata showed it more, 10 times harder.
Oh yeah. Because it wasn't something that he could just because like Deku Once he got acclimated to his body, like as he started working out more, but like Asta is like consistently, like he like consistently has
and I mean Deku still does push-ups and shit like at night, but it's like you said, Asta has to continuously work out to maintain like the strength. Also,
do the key shit, do everything.
Yeah,
else, like,
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Fact though. Also, I love how he has 2 wings now. Like his union is growing.
He about to be a problem.
Yeah, he looks badass. And if you don't think he gonna be the Wizard King, just better go be the Spade Kingdom King, because he not gonna be stronger than Asta.
Bro, he might as well. I ain't even gonna lie. Now that we talk about, how that nigga, like, bro, I know how he got 2 grimoires, but him getting 2 grimoires in the Spade Kingdom mark, I was like, all right.
That's an ass.
I was like, look, we dragging it. We dragging it a little.
We are 100%. It makes sense because he's from 2 kingdoms, but like,
yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. We definitely drag
his from 2 kingdoms, like with the elf soul within him, because the elf wasn't born, and I was like,
this nigga just special as hell.
I was like
he got more plot than Sasuke.
Because this is the whole thing. This is the whole thing of Black Clover. Like you only get 1 book.
So and he's the one that breaks the rule. Yeah, no, that nigga is wild. So, but that's pretty much everything I got on Black Clover. I'm excited to see where we go from here with Yami and Musho. But basically, we got to get through this fight to get to the next lore stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right, Jaz, tell the people where they can follow you out on social media.
Yes, sir. You can follow me on Twitter at Real Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on Instagram, Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on TikTok, Cornell the God.
Yes, sir. And we got a lot of stuff out right now. Follow us at Bros Who Think for all the information. I'm not going to list it out because it's so much. But if you follow us on Twitter at Bros Who Think or subscribe to the YouTube, you will get it. Until next time, y'all have a good one and peace.